Okay, this video is over finding slope from 2 points using the slope formula. As you can see at the top of the screen, it says that the slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The points would be labeled x1, y1, and x2, y2. And so all we do is plug numbers into the formula. So we are going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and if you notice x1 is a negative, so we end up with a double negative. Well, a double negative really means that it's a positive, because 4 minus negative 6 really means 4 plus 6. So then we just simplify. 8 minus 2 is 6, and 4 over 6 is 10, and you must always simplify your fractions. And so your slope should be written in simplest form, and so your slope would be 3/5. Okay, let's try number 2. Number 2, if we plug numbers into the formula, this is x1, y1, x2, y2, we would get that m equals -7 minus -2 over -1 minus -3. Again, you've got two double negatives here, so really this is -7 plus 2 and -1 plus 3. And so if we simplify that, that would be -5 over 2, and that cannot be simplified, so that's your slope, -5 halves. So this line has a negative slope. Okay, let's look at number 3. You have your x1 and y1 and your x2 and y2. So our slope would be 4 minus -8, another double negative, over 6 minus 6. Okay, so really this is 4 plus 8 over 6 minus 6. Well, 6 minus 6 is 0, and if you remember, we talked about that. You are not allowed to have a 0 as a denominator, and if you put that in a calculator even, the calculator will tell you that that is undefined, and that's what that slope is. It is undefined, meaning this is a vertical line, and so you would write undefined for your slope. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, so again, same formula. We've got 2 points, and we're trying to find the slope. So we have x1 and y1, and x2 and y2. And so we plug numbers into the formula, and we have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that would be 4 over 1. Well, 4 over 1 can be simplified. If you leave your answer as 4 over 1, it will most likely be marked wrong because it needs to be simplified. Your slope is 4. Okay, on number 5, if this is your x1 and y1 and your x2 and y2, your slope would be -1 minus -1. You're going to have another double negative over -6 minus 3. So that -1 minus -1 is -1 plus 1 over -6 minus 3. That would be 0 over -9. Well, 0 divided by -9, you can do that one. That one does actually give you a number answer. And if you were to put it in your calculator, you would get that it equals 0. So your slope is 0, meaning this one is a horizontal line. Okay, number 6, same thing. We're going to do m equals y2 minus y1. I'm not going to label my points anymore because I think I've got it. Over x2 minus x1, and we have a double negative. So my slope is going to be -4 minus 2 over 2 plus 5. Okay, and that's going to equal -6 over 7, and that cannot be simplified, so your slope is -6/7. Okay, let's try the last 3. Okay, how about if you try number 7 on your own and see what you get? Press pause until you have an answer, and then we'll see if you got it right. Okay, if you noticed what I did when I was working it, you noticed that this was the same one as number 4. And so hopefully you got the right answer because we had already done this one together. Okay, now let's try number 8 on your own. Press pause till you get the answer and see if you got it right. Okay, I got 0 for my slope because I ended up with 0 over -3, which is 0. So this one is a horizontal line. Let's try number 9 on your own. See what you get. Press pause. Okay, I ended up with 9 over 0, which you are not allowed to have a 0 in a denominator, so I got undefined. This one would have been a vertical line. Okay, I hope you understand about slope. If not, go ahead and go back and watch this again, and maybe you will understand, or you could do practice problems from this assignment.